We've been thinking about being in Christ and what that means. And we've tried to understand it by looking at some pictures. Not necessarily pictures that have been drawn, but ideas that help us to think about who God is and what He's like. So I've got a challenge or two for you. I've thought of some pictures to try and help understand what it's like to be in Christ. Now I wonder if you can think of some pictures, some images or ideas which help us understand a bit about God or the Bible or ourselves. So I'd like you to come up with some ideas, some of these word pictures, to describe something about who God is. Maybe you could describe His holiness. What's His holiness like? Or His love? Or His grace? Or any other thing that you've learned about in Sunday school. You give that a go and see what you come up with. And then when you've thought of an idea, how about you draw it, or act it out, or film it, or make a mess with lots of water, something like that. So that's number one thing I'd like you to do. The second thing I'd like you to do is think about the difference between something that's joined up and something that's not. So we are in Christ and we are joined to Christ. And one way we can show that is by showing things that are joined, but another way we can show that is by showing things that are not joined, things that fall apart. And a good fun way of doing that, learning about things falling apart, is to try and build a tower. Build a tower as tall as you can. Now this is your challenge. Can you build a tower as tall as you can? There are a few rules. 1, don't use anything that's breakable. 2, don't build it anywhere that there are breakable things around. And you might want to ask a grown-up's permission for what you use and where you do it. I've had a go at this. I've built a tower out of books. I've kind of always wanted to do that. And so I've done it. I'll show you. It goes all the way down to the floor and all the way up there. Quite high, I managed. Now, I have learned that books are not as flat as you think they are. And this tower has fallen down quite a few times in my attempt to get it this high. But I'd love to see some of the things that you try and build as well. Go on, build something really, really tall. Thanks, guys.